This week on GamePron News, Sony reveals the launch plans for the new PlayStation Vita, and you're not gonna like them. There's a couple of trademark infringement court cases going on, including Bethesda versus the Minecraft development team and Ubisoft versus an unsigned British rock group. Ice-T has gotten the band back together for Gears of War 3. The latest DLC for Call of Duty Black Ops is all zombies, all the time. Sales for the third Humble Indie bundle are through the roof, and id Software opens up the source code for Doom 3. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen. Let's get the bad news out of the way first, shall we? There will be no worldwide launch for the new PlayStation Vita in 2011. If you're in Japan, then you'll be first in line for Sony's new handheld later this year, but gamers in other countries will have to wait until an undisclosed time in 2012. Dispelling previous rumours, Sony claims that this was the launch plan all along, and it has not been affected by the earthquake and tsunami that hit Japan in March of this year. The company is also not rushing the new hardware in a knee-jerk response to Nintendo's recent price drop on the 3DS. Sony promises instead that the Vita will counter their opponent by launching when the time is right and when there's a healthy catalogue of games for it. The Japanese release date will be announced at the Tokyo Game Show next month. There's been a little legal trouble this week too. Minecraft developer Notch has revealed that while most people from Bethesda and id Software were at QuakeCon this weekend, at least one of them stayed back at the office buried under a pile of paperwork. How do we know that? A member of the Bethesda ZeniMax Media legal team sent Notch and his company Mojang a 15-page letter accusing the developer of trademark infringement over the indie's upcoming game. That one's called Scrolls, a strategy offering reminiscent of collectible card games of the past. Bethesda claims the title is too similar to the next game on its release list, which is technically named The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. Despite receiving a cease and desist letter which threatened legal action and asked for a pile of money up front, Notch apparently remains in good spirits over the matter, posting on his blog that he loves Bethesda and hopes that the whole deal is just a case of lawyers being lawyers. We'll keep you posted. Bethesda and Mojang aren't the only ones in court. There's another trademark infringement case going on in the UK where publisher Ubisoft are trying to get permission to use the name Rocksmith for its upcoming music game. The problem is, Rocksmith is a rock and roll band from Essex, whose drummer registered that particular trademark nearly a decade ago. It's turning into a David and Goliath battle as the band tries to fight against the massive French company, which drummer Chris Ford claims is using big business bully boy strategies, and even filing an official opposition to the publisher's trademark request has set Rocksmith, the band, back hundreds of dollars. Once lawyers get involved, that number's expected to rocket into the thousands. Rocksmith, the game, is currently being promoted all over the United States, seemingly oblivious to any legal cases being waged across the pond. The game lets you plug in your own guitar to play along with the on-screen characters, effectively teaching you how to play a real instrument at the same time as you rock out. Despite all of that, there has been some good news too. Musician, actor and all-round decent bloke Ice-T has gotten the band back together, reforming 80s rap metal outfit Body Count. As revealed at the E3 Microsoft press briefing, the band have been in the studio recording a new song based on the Epic Games blockbuster trilogy, Gears of War. This week we got a taste of what that's all about, along with a glimpse of the Horde 2.0 mode, which is included in the upcoming Gears of War 3.
Come on, y'all, let's do this. Here we go again! Bring it!
Ice-T is, of course, a massive fan of the franchise and is actually featured in Gears of War 3, lending his velvety tones to the character Griffin. The game is due for release in September exclusively for Xbox 360. Headed to the console a little earlier is some brand new DLC for Call of Duty Black Ops. Whether you love them or hate them, zombies are here to stay, and in case you hadn't gotten the message already, Treyarch are about to ram it down your throat with the announcement of a Resurrection with a Z. This new pack launches around the globe on August 23rd, including shiny remastered versions of zombie favourites Nacht der Untoten, Verrückt, Shino Numa, and of course Der Reise, the zombie factory that started it all. But it doesn't stop there. The reanimated extravaganza also throws in a new soundtrack, a theme for your console, and, wait for it, a new level known as Moon, where you can fight the undead in outer space. Gamers who already own either the hardened or prestige editions of Black Ops will already have the 4 remastered maps, and Treyarch would like to thank you for your support by giving you the rest of the content absolutely free. For the rest of you, 1200 Microsoft points, thanks. After nearly stumbling out of the blocks, Gearbox Software and 2K Games have announced that Borderlands 2 is indeed in development. It's due out sometime after April 1st, 2012 for PC, PS3 and Xbox 360 and promises all new characters, skills, environments, enemies, weapons and equipment, plus a bunch of new spaces to explore. We spoke about the Humble Indie Bundle last week, and the deal just keeps getting better and better. Last week, you could choose your own price for 5 games. Then a free Minecraft trial was added to the list, followed by Steelstorm. A few days later, the Humble creators decided to bribe gamers into paying more. Anyone who handed over anything more than the average purchase price would also snag all 5 of the games included in the Humble Indie Bundle 2: Braid, Cortex Command, Machinarium, Osmos, and Revenge of the Titans. Now the deal's gotten even sweeter as Atom Zombie Smasher is thrown in as well. Since the extra promotion started, the average price of the games has risen from $4 something to more than $5, with the average Linux gamer still paying more than twice as much as the average Windows fan. It all adds up, gamers have handed over more than $1.5 million distributed amongst 5 developers and 2 charities. Not bad at all. QuakeCon 2011 was a bit of an extravaganza, celebrating everything from Doom and Quake right up to Brink, Rage and Skyrim. What feels like the entire id Software back catalogue was put on special on Steam, and there are some bizarre tie-ins with Team Fortress 2. However, while all of this new stuff is pretty exciting, our attention was grabbed by something quite a bit older. If you've been hanging out for a bit of old school open source FPS action, John Carmack and the team at id Software are here to help. As part of his keynote presentation at QuakeCon, Carmack revealed that, finally, the source code for Doom 3 will be released to the public sometime this year. This follows the source code release of both Wolfenstein Enemy Territory and Return to Castle Wolfenstein last year, and Carmack seems to be throwing down the gauntlet. He's labelled the release a challenge and calls for other game developers to follow suit. Who knows who will take him up and what we might see in the future. Till next week, I'm Jessica Citizen, and this is GamePron News.